Hey everyone, and as promised earlier, we're back for our Flickum unboxing here today.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what this box contains. So without further ado,
Yeah, let's get to it.
I'll give you the honors of
Thank you.
cracking it open.
All right. Nicely wrapped in plastic. Pretty standard though.
Yep, just your typical shrink wrap there. Pretty hefty box actually. It's got some weight to it.
It's got a tight seal too.
Yep.
We've got a rule book. We've got a French rule book. That one's for you.
Right on.
We've got some stickers actually. You must stick these onto heftier physical components.
Yeah, I guess we'll see exactly what that is, but got some nice art on these stickers.
Yeah, it looks like we've got our tokens, our locations.
And these look to be the components that that the stickers might be placed on. We have some gray ones here. I assume this might be for our main characters, the characters you're playing in the game, would be my guess.
We've got, I don't know what these are, stands of some kind, maybe?
Yeah, my first assumption is stands. It's got like almost a backpack kind of look to it. It's got a piece as if you're gonna be like, yeah, it looks as if it would go into the character there. So some kind of backpack maybe. Maybe you put a sticker on that.
We've got some little assorted tokens, mostly circular. One looks like there's some weapons in here. There's a baseball bat and a knife. We'll give you a close-up of that later.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Here we've got, it looks like terrain. There's some boxes. There's a garbage can. Yeah, it looks like you use this to set up your little town.
Yeah, crates and whatnot. Garbage cans are quite well done, actually.
Here's a little, it looks like you might construct dials or something out of this, something that needs to spin.
Yeah, I noticed that the gray figures have like a little gap in them. It looks like, I don't know what exactly you're putting in, whether that's possibly these pieces or maybe these like we saw, but we'll definitely figure that out for you guys.
And here we've got some little stands for what looks like cardboard tokens maybe. And then we've got our decks of cards, blood splatter on one side, secret on the other side. I guess we're maybe not supposed to look at these.
Or perhaps just flavored of art.
Then we've got a nice little storage inside the box. So what we're going to do here is we're going to assemble all of these components and show you what it looks like once we've done that, and then run through each of them and what they actually are.
Yeah, we'll familiarize ourselves with the rules a little bit, so we'll be able to give you a more thorough analysis of these.
Hey, so we've got everything assembled here, as you can see. Various components.
Yeah, so let's just take a dive through all of them. So to start off, here are our survivors. There's 11 of them. And they're each unique. They have different weapon configurations, and they are double-sided survivor cards.
And we'll just show you the other side on one of them. They all have that same red background on their reverse side.
Yeah, and yeah, for example, here, Kevin Jackson, the heart, there's his weapon, and a different weapon depicted on this side.
All right. Next, we have our 2 decks of cards. They are marked secret, so we didn't open those yet.
Yeah, and now let's delve into the borders here. So these are what form the contours of your play area, and there are 4 of them. So this will form the in-play and out-of-play state of the game. So depending on how these are how these are set up. And yeah, this one over, you got some different parts of them. This one is colored nature-wise, trees, squirrels, so that's the outer limits of that edge of the town. You have the city limit sign here.
With writing on the reverse.
And over here you have the barbed wire fencing forming that border of the town.
Right. We've got some tokens here of various types depicting weapons, health, modifiers to the character and such. We've got them in a Ziploc bag there.
You got the pretzels in there as well. There's a pretzel, which is the logo of the game company, so that signals some kind of somewhat significant token, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that denotes the first player.
Okay. And yeah, here's the RV. So this will designate the time of the scenario. This clock will move. It will gradually tick down, and these signal day versus night. So the blue signals the daytime, and the black signals the nighttime. And depending on the day or night, that will affect things such as the zombie rush, when the zombies come tumbling out of the zombie tower. And yeah, once that clock ticks down, then the game will end.
Here we have a survivor. You can see others. All the survivors have backpacks. And you can use that backpack to denote whether your turn has ended. So if it is night and you have taken your turn, you spin your backpack to the day side.
Yeah, so in the game, it's not as though one player controls a specific survivor. It'll be when a player takes their turn, they can choose a ready survivor to activate. So if their backpack is night and it's flipped to the night side, that survivor is currently eligible to be chosen.
You can also see the zombies here.
Yeah, and we have there are 3 different zombie models. So we have this one here, the female version there, and the third one being this one here.
On the reverse sides, they are denoted with a number. There's 2 of each number.
And these numbers are significant when it comes to what is called a zombie rush. That will be a manner through which new zombies enter the game. So for example, this zombie here, the number 6. So you'll place it on the 6th spot on top of the zombie tower. And then when a zombie rush occurs, you place all the zombies associated with that rush. And the number will be designated at the bottom here. And that number will potentially differ depending on whether it is day or night. So, for example, just the rush will look like so. You will pull this piece out, releasing a trapdoor, and the zombies will fall into play.
All right. Most of them have fallen into some of the movement and combat tokens. So here we have 2 large black bullets, which you can flick at the zombies to attempt to knock them over. We've got a knife token, which you also flick at the zombies to attempt to knock them over. Smaller white bullets, 6 of them. And the baseball bat token is another one that's flicked at the zombies.
Yeah, and then most importantly is the movement token, which is denoted with that black line through the middle.
So you flick that to move. We've got various obstacles here. We've got some numbered crates.
Yeah, numbered 1 through 3.
We've also got some numbered barrels.
Yeah, the barrels and crates, quite nice pieces there. Same with the movement token and the other weapon tokens. Good quality pieces.
We've got additional numerals to put into the zombie tower, depending on the scenario.
Yeah, depending on that will be shown what you should use in the scenario setup, which is found in the booklet.
And then We've got various buildings. We've got the elementary school.
Yeah, the gas station there.
Both buildings have a front and a back side. You can only enter buildings through the front side.
Yeah, and the buildings are stood up through these pieces here. So to set up your buildings, you'll simply take the piece of cardboard. It's real easy. You can just slide in the bases. There's 2 slots, so you can put it in whichever one you would rather, and then the building stands nicely like so.
All right, you can see a police station, hospital, library, a grocery store, and I believe we've covered the others. There's also some vehicles.
Yeah, the meat and stuff store as well at the back.
That's the grocery store.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Vehicles here.
Yeah, the vehicles stand differently than the buildings. There's a smaller base here, and there is a corresponding edge of the vehicle with on the vehicle's base, which you just put the base on that, and it doesn't stand quite as nicely as the buildings themselves, which have the 2 bases, but it's not going to topple over as long as you put that piece in reasonably well.
We've also just got some other things that might get in the way of your flicks. So there's numerous little
Obstacles and whatnot.
light tokens here.
Yeah, you have your street lights. And yeah, so there is the rifle and the shotgun. So as we mentioned earlier when examining the weapon tokens, such as the bullets, the shotgun will fire these smaller white bullets. And as you can see, the shotgun the range of fire expands outwards. So the shotgun is obviously not as accurate as the rifle, which is a more direct shot. However, that may be more effective at firing at multiple zombies which are scattered in front of you. And then here is a bullet for the rifle. So that fits in nicely there.
Well, I think that about covers the game components.
Yeah, I think we've pretty well covered everything. You do get quite a lot of contents out of this box. You get a wide variety of different figures, zombies, the buildings, the zombie tower. One thing I'll say is there is a lot of assembly required here.
And the assembly instructions for the zombie tower are quite poor.
Yeah, the zombie tower, you're essentially going to end up almost kind of having to just figure it out as you go. There are some diagrams somewhat showing you what to do, but they're not all that clear. So once you figure out what you're doing, you will be able to get it assembled. But like Hal said, I think those instructions could be more clear. So there you have it, Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter. At our local game store, this game's listed at $40 at a price point of $40. I believe that is the on sale price. However, if you are able to pick up that game for that price, this is tremendous value for $40. You get a ton of components, as you saw, a wide variety of cards, figures, the buildings themselves, the bases are good quality, the bullets are quite good quality. So at a $40 price point, you're getting a good value out of this box. Now, if this is the Western themed version is listed at $90. So if you are spending $90 on this, the value is certainly nowhere near as good. You're potentially not getting what you would hope for out of a $90 purchase here. I'll say that. So another thing I'll comment on is the stickering of figures. So the stickers do not the figures do not come with the art on them. They're just clear or plain green and gray for the survivors, and you have to sticker a lot of these components yourself. So that can be quite difficult, particularly on the zombies, because they have their limbs going in different directions. It can be hard to get those stickers on well, and that will also certainly be somewhat time consuming to sticker all of them. So it took us some measure of time. So the stickering is one other complaint I'd have. It's not printed on. If you don't mind that, if you enjoy a bit of assembly, that potentially could be something you enjoy doing. But if you're not big into stickering things, that something to be aware of. Aside from that, something of note is the art style of the game. It is certainly a somewhat unique art style. I know it's quite similar to a video game, Zombieville USA from the App Store. It's very similar style to that. So not everyone is gonna necessarily be a fan of this art style. I think those who like it will like it a lot, and then there's gonna be those who don't at all. So I think it's gonna be quite divisive on that. It's quite a polarizing art style. So I think it's kind of either you kind of you like it or you hate it type thing. So that's something of note as well. The very distinctive art style of this game. So we have the stickering, the art style, and then if you are able to pick this game up at a price point of $40, like I said, great value. The box does come with a lot. You get a ton of components out of this game. So if you're someone who likes getting games having a lot of components, that's a huge positive here. So that wraps up our review. Now we're gonna play the game, see how it plays, and then we'll get back to you for a review of our thoughts of the game, what we think of the mechanics, and we'll be able to actually give you a review of Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter. So thank you for joining us on this unboxing video, and look for that review sometime in the future here.